So now that we've got the lower control arms on, might as well take a look at the uppers. Still got some daylight today, and I haven't even looked at these pieces yet, but so this is, I guess you could call the unboxing video, but I doubt they're going to be tough to put on. So with these control arms, like doing these are so simple that they don't even really need much of an indicator to tell you what's what, except for on the control arm itself, it has an arrow here that's literally just telling you this way is the front, so you don't get it wrong. All we got to really do is take these bolts, run them through the strut tower, get them snug, and then that's really about it. So I have the driver's side one right now. Now they have this to where they put the bolts through where they're facing from out to in. I would assume that's how they want them mounted. So basically going to find the hole, chuckle at that comment if you want, and slide on this beautiful billet bracket. My goodness, I will say, the fact that they've made these with such good looking pieces is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of the detail I would hope for control arms that cost $750. You know what I mean? But flat washer, there, and there. And just got to tighten these suckers down. I'm gonna get this done on both sides here. And just like that, we've got the uppers, the lowers done. The thing I would need to do next is actually work on putting together the spindle for the brake system, so that anchors those two ends together, and then I could probably work on the coilover system after that, should I keep going. I need to wash my hand and see how bad I smacked this sucker. Bleeding all right, you know. Lost a pretty good chunk of skin here. Maybe I'll pull it off. Ugh. Yeah, that's a good one. Gonna try to keep the momentum going. I went ahead and found the brake spindles for the disc brake setup that we're gonna be using, and I'm gonna basically tape these off for the surfaces I don't want to worry about painting. I'm gonna scuff them up a little bit so that way they're nice and clean. I'm gonna paint these, get these ready, so then I can look at putting these on the car, adjust the ball joints, and then hopefully sometime in the next couple of days I'll be able to actually get the coilover set up from Church Boys Racing or Viking Performance. Not sure if it's their product or it's Viking's, no idea. In that process, but it feels super awesome to be making progress like this. It really does. So I'm gonna get these cleaned and scuffed and get some work done. Basically, I'm gonna take some of the blue tape, and it's already got like a wrap on the end and a cap to protect the threads for shipping. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna tape all this so it's nice and closed off and sealed and whatnot for the painting, because it's got a really important bearing surface that you don't want to get damaged. So get that protected. Try to scuff up a lot of the body that's here and paint the sucker, or both of them really. I got 2 of them. Luckily, they're actually same part number for each side. They are universal left to right. There's a bracket that comes across one direction or the other to determine if it is the right side or the left side. So they're actually not terribly expensive parts because they're adaptable. So they can have better production numbers when they're having them made. It costs less in tooling, blah, 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 blah. And everybody's happy, especially the consumer. All right, let's get these things painted. So the next thing I need to do is adjust these guys. You gotta pull off the snap ring, which I don't have very good snap ring pliers, so hopefully I'll get lucky. I actually somehow made that work and was able to get out the snap ring. That's the word I was looking for, snap ring. So there we go. And I gotta do this on all of them, so that part is, I won't say it's lame, but realistically it would have been nice if they were already set how they needed to be set from Church Boys, because it wouldn't have actually been something that I think would have been messed up in shipping or anything like that, but that's just my take on it. Probably a responsibility thing, probably liability. I would imagine that would probably be a bigger consideration. So what they said is that you should aim to tighten it so that it doesn't move under light tension. I mean, that feels pretty good. And then you have to still be able to get this guy back on here. Because that'll hold it in place. Which I guess I could probably just like use this and tap it on. Of course I pinch my skin. Okay. And then here's to hoping the snap ring is more compliant going on than coming off. Where are my snap ring pliers? Right there. Boom. And that's it. So I got to do that for uppers and lowers. And then at some point in time, I'll need to get a grease gun and do that. But that feels like it won't move under, it'll move slightly under light load like they give me the instructions, and just go from there. All right, now that I got all of them done on each side, I'm going to go ahead and toss on these spindles here, if if I can get these cotter pins off. Come on, come on. Oh, hey, my wife's home. My wife. I will say, my love.
Yeah?
It does feel awesome.
What?
To have these fresh parts on this front end. Makes me feel like there is a possibility that this thing will actually get somewhere, even though there is so much more that needs to be done. So much more, but that's just how it goes.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. But not only is it nice that the new parts are on, it looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It looks really good. So I'm happy.
That's good. What's that little pin going for?
This is to secure, it's called a cotter pin. And the cotter pin goes into this little hole that sits in the nut head. And this is called a castle nut. Might as well explain here as well. The castle nut has these recesses, like a crown or a castle, that give you a groove for this cotter pin to go through this tiny little hole that's in here, so that it secures it and gives it another layer of safety, so that if for some reason this were to be loose, it won't just loosen off and fly off, and then you have a separated ball joint and no control over your car.
That's encouraging.
So, yeah, I think it's a pretty good feature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
So with these, what you do once you have them through is you take the top and you bend it and pull it through. And then most of the time you'll go ahead and just snip the other one. I usually like to actually take both, and because then to get them out, what you would do is just basically grab them on the other side and grab and pull, and after you unfold them again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alrighty.
There we go. Boom. You're a great videographer, babe.
Woo. There it is.
All right, so we've got the spindles on, and this is looking so good. Oh my gosh. I am super excited right now, and it feels good to be making this kind of progress. It really does. Oh my goodness. So excited. So excited.